You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, guys, let's go back to the Tokyo Games. Tokyo Olympics going on right now, and we know that Simone Biles has withdrawn from the Olympics. She quit on her team in competition because the pressure was too immense, and she cited mental health issues. I hope for the best for her. I hope that she actually gets the help that she needs. A bunch of athletes out there are praising her for this. The media, the liberal media, they are praising her for this bravery, even though I don't actually think there's anything brave about this. It's not bad. It's not good, but she quit. That's just the way that I actually feel about this, folks. And you'll probably be thinking to yourself that, all right, all these athletes out there, they're just going to be praising her. They're going to pat on the back. They're going to say, oh, don't worry. You're going to be okay. Well, if that's the way Simone Biles actually feels, then I guess she shouldn't talk to world number one tennis player Novak Djokovic, because Novak Djokovic came out with a statement and he implies that he pretty much has no sympathy whatsoever for Simone Biles. Now, he didn't mention her by name, man, but these words that he actually said, I completely agree with. Now, Novak Djokovic has 20 Grand Slam titles, tied with Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal. The man has made no bones about it. He wants to end his career with the most Grand Slams possible, and he's not making any excuses. Now, Djokovic, he's had some mental gaps on the court. What was it at? I think it was at the Australian Open, if I'm not mistaken. He was actually eliminated because he had ended up got frustrated, and then he hit his racket and hit the ball, and the ball hit a linesperson in the neck, and he got faulted and disqualified from the tournament. So he's had his gaps. But however, he never, ever thought about quitting. He has a burning desire, just like Nadal, just like Roger Federer, to be the best ever. Guys, check this out. Over here on Outkick, Novak Djokovic drops truth bombs. Pressure is a privilege. Players need to learn to deal with it. That is the truth right there. Now, the media is not going to tell you this. You know, probably even other woke athletes, they're not going to tell you this either. Now, I've been following Djokovic for a while. I'm a Nadal guy myself, but Djokovic, he's not a woke guy. I don't think Nadal is either. But he's telling the truth here. No, he's not American. He's actually Serbian. So he doesn't have to worry about, the American media, going crazy or anything like that. Even though, if they actually got hold of his words, they're probably going to disagree with him because, the media, the sports media is pretty woke. But it says here, if Simone Biles is looking for an ally among sports superstars, she'll have to find someone other than tennis legend Novak Djokovic. The sport's top-ranked tennis player is accustomed to the pressure surrounding athletes who compete at the highest level. But rather than run from it, Djokovic welcomes the challenge, referring to the pressure as privilege. Now, when we're talking about privilege in the media, we're talking about, something racially related, but not the case here. After Biles withdrew from the remaining individual all-around competition at the Olympics, mental health and pressure became a hot topic for other athletes involved in the Tokyo Games. One such competitor, Djokovic, embraces the pressure. Quote, pressure is a privilege, my friend, said Djokovic per Yahoo Sports. Without pressure, there is no professional sport. If you are aiming to be at the top of the game, you better start learning how to deal with pressure and how to cope with those moments on the court, but also off the court. That is some cold, hard facts from world number one, Novak Djokovic. He's probably also, sending a message also to Naomi Osaka. Now, we know Naomi Osaka, really good on the hard courts, not so much on the clay and not so much on the grass of Wimbledon. Now, Djokovic, he's won on all surfaces, just like Nadal has, just like Roger Federer has. That's what makes them the best ever in tennis. They embrace the pressure. I mean, Roger Federer got beat so badly one time in a Grand Slam by Rafa Nadal, and Rafa Nadal has been his nemesis, and Roger Federer was crying. He lost that. I believe he actually wanted to, I think he was actually trying to break Pete Sampras's Grand Slam record of 14 at the time. But Nadal had always stood in his way. He was crying. Now, I don't take that as him actually being necessarily mentally weak, but he just wanted it so bad, he got emotional. And eventually, he got up to 20 Grand Slams. And when Djokovic was coming up, Nadal was beating him all the time too. He endured. And now he actually has won head-to-head 2 more matches than Rafa Nadal. I don't know who's going to end up coming up on top in all-time Grand Slams when it's said and done. Whether it be Nadal, whether it be Djokovic, I'm not sure. Roger Federer, he's a bit too old now, and he's about to be 40, so he's done, I believe, winning actual slams here. But make no mistake about it. Novak Djokovic, I believe, was sending a message to Simone Biles and also Naomi Osaka. And he's right. You have to be mentally tough on and off the court, or whatever your surface is, on the mat, I guess, in the case of Simone Biles here. But I'm pretty sure the mainstream media will not be happy with these words, because this is a clear message here. Did not use the name of Simone Biles at all. But no doubt about it, guys, he was sending a message. To be the best, you better be mentally tough. You better be able to endure and battle through the tough times as well as the good times, because we see what the athletes do, man. When everything is all honky-dory and everything is super easy. But when times get tough, I believe that's what actually separates the best from the very, very, very good. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, do you think that Novak Djokovic was sending a message to not only just Simone Biles, but Naomi Osaka as well? I believe he was. And I believe what he said was absolutely 100% true. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.